Traders, welcome. Thank you for joining me. It is Thursday, the 16th of May, 2024. Now, ChatGPT just released a new version yesterday. Actually, I have not been using ChatGPT that often in the last few months. Just been busy with other stuff, haven't really been doing it, but they released this 4.0, this Omni version. And I thought, you know what, I've done this in the past, why don't I do this now? Why don't we just go in real time? No, why don't we just go and explore this immediately right now in real time and see what it can do, if its coding is any better. And so what I'm going to do here again is I'm going to introduce myself and just say, look, I'd like to have you help me write. I'll try and speed this up because I know sometimes when you're watching this, some people like all the details and some people don't. They just want to skip to the key parts. So I'll pause as we go to kind of accelerate the process, but just trust me in that there's nothing cut out. There's nothing cut out. It's just time jumping. So I'm just going to pause this while I write stuff, and then we can make the video a lot faster and getting to the point a lot quicker. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'd like to have you help me write a simple indicator for MT4. I have little or no coding experience. I want to create that understanding. I will need your experience here. The indicator concept, I'm going to try something out, not done it before. This is not an indicator that I have. I want to see what happens. An indicator that will highlight or that highlights the swing high or the swing low candle on a chart, with a small dot. Okay. I also need, now it's going to get messy. I also need to be able to change the color of the dot in the indicator settings. This is tricky, guys. This might work on it. So let's see what happens. So this is faster. It's a lot faster in its response time. And the quality I hear is better, especially when it comes to coding, but funnier in different areas. So we're just gonna have to find out and see how this goes. Okay, so it's printing it, and you can see it's much, well, if you've seen any of my other videos, which will be at the end of this video, which will be in the, other stuff you want to watch, you will see how much faster this is in producing that stuff. Gives me an explanation. This is cool. This is new. Put it in, paste the code, open the metadata editor, creates a new indicator. I know how to do that. It's done in previous videos, but let's go through and do this. So we're going to go ahead and just copy that code. We'll go across to the platform. We'll bring up the MetaQuotes language editor. It's MT4. We'll go and create a new custom indicator. Go through, indicators, give it a name. Now this one actually appeared to have a name, so let's just go, let me go back to that one. It was called swing high low MQ4. So we're going to call this one swing high low dot MQ4, I believe. That's it. Next. It's default settings. Go for it. Go for it. Produce it here. Now, as I understand it, it looks pretty much like this. So we're just going to grab all and just replace it. And hopefully that, so again, I'm doing it in the way that I guess a brand new trader or somebody who's not done this before will do it. So that if there's a mistake, it's the same thing. So let's compile it. So the first thing I'm going to be looking for now is a compilation, see if there's any errors. Okay, so it's giving me one error, which is in line 2, which is somewhere here. We'll have to see if that's going to be the case. That's here. That's the buffers, I'm guessing. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause this, fiddle with it, see if I can find out what the solution is. But I'm impressed so far that that's at one error considering what I did. And then let's see if we can fix this. Actually, I'm replaying it again because I want to do this. I want to capture this error. So I'm going to do this because I find this is a really good way. So now what happens is I've screen grabbed it. I go back to this and I go, when I try to compile, this is the error I get. So in other words, obviously I allow it to fix itself, which when you think about it, if you can hear background noise, I'm sorry, that's my dog. She is very needy today, not really sure why. So we're gonna do this. I'm not entirely sure I trust it because sometimes when you start trying to fix errors, it goes down a rabbit hole and then it starts creating more errors. but hopefully it understands the purpose. There's definitely skill involved, which is why we have the term prompt engineering in being able to fix this stuff. So let's see if that fixes it, because I don't trust it. I think that would just be too easy. But let's go back. Let's replace the text. Let's compile it. No errors. Okay, no warnings. Look, I've not done this indicator before. This is brand new for me. I always do this straight out of the oven, so to speak, hot off the press, to use another expression. And let's go and see. Let's go and see what happens. So now I'm going to go across to the platform. I'm going to refresh the indicators by right-clicking on it. Refresh. It should show up here, and it's called the swing low, swing high. There it is. Swing high, swing low, whatever. Swing high, low. I'm going to drag it onto the chart, and let's see. It's just a chart. Okay. Do I have the ability to edit it? Ooh, I do. Okay. I mean, technically I've missed this one. It's got that one, got that one. It's missed that one because obviously between major swing lows, you're going to have a swing high. So it's not bad. It's highlighted, it's created a, so here's what it's done wrong. It's created an arrow instead of a dot, but it's allowed me to change the colors. It's highlighted most of the swing lows and swing highs, which is really not bad. I feel it's not terrible considering that. And sometimes it actually appears to be doing it exactly right. So very, 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 very cool. I think that's great because you know what I'd love to do? And I'm nervous, I'm keen to try it here, but then I'm also nervous that produces a very long video and I don't want you guys to try this. What I will say so far, my experience with this is much faster. It seemed to produce a better version first time around, and it fixed its error second time around, which I never had that experience with any of the previous versions. So that's very cool. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I might just end the video here. What I thought I would try is see if there's a way to get this to identify significant support resistance levels on the daily time frame and draw them in. But that could produce a much longer video with many more faults. So what I'm going to do is let me try that. Let's see what happens. And we're 7 minutes in. If I can do it in the next few minutes, then it'll go well. But let's just see, because that works so well, I'm keen to test it again. Okay, so this is what I've written. Can we now try to create an indicator that can identify major support and resistance levels on the daily time frame in MT4? So I'm trying to be very specific. Ideally, this means that it draws a horizontal trend line at these key levels. So the reason I've said trend line, ladies and gentlemen, is because I like the fact of the trend line you can discontinue, you can extend it to the left or to the right if you want to do that. So otherwise you can just have a line. So in other words, I don't necessarily have a horizontal line that goes all the way. I might only have a section of a line. So that might mess things up. We'll see. And then I said I also want to be able to change the colors in the indicator settings. Okay, colors of the lines. Let's see what happens. Okay, boom, 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 boom. So much faster, just so much faster. So the real question now is, can we do it in the next couple of minutes? Can we get it to go really quickly? Okay, so let me pause, let me take it, edit it, compile it, show you what happens. There we go. Da-da-da-da-da, thank you, thank you, thank you. I also find the language is different. The language isn't, it's just straightforward. This is what you want to know, here's the answer. Whereas in the last version and in the other versions, there's a lot more fluff around the beginning and the start and the end. I prefer this. We don't need a relationship. We're not gonna, we're not gonna have a conversation here. So we're gonna create a new one quickly. Give me a second. So what do? Created another indicator and copied and pasted the text. Exactly what I did in the earlier part of this video. So let's compile. Let's see what happens. First time, no errors, no warnings. Okay, now let's see if it's done it correctly. This is very cool so far. You know me. Oh, support resistance. Here we go. Here's our colors. Look back period is 60 candles. Daily. I mean, Okay. It's drawn lines. I mean, maybe it finds those significant. Let's just zoom out a bit. How do we know that those are significant? What are these things? Are these part of... So hold on a second. Let's clear everything and do it again. So let's just go to the indicators. I've got swing high low, delete that. And support resistance, delete that. Clean it up. Just a clean chart, just take that on. Boom. And there it is. Okay, it's added it again. That's fine. Let's just go and do this one. Look back period, line width style. Okay, cool. Okay, so here's what you know what it's done. I mean, it's not terrible. It's done resistance and support. It's only done those two. So if this is where price is now, it's done the nearest significant resistance, support level, and the nearest significant resistance level. I kind of like this level as well, but I presume it has a reason for that. So, okay, so I think we can wrap this up. We're good, 11 minutes, give or take. First of all, you saw much faster, if you haven't seen my other videos, much faster. It actually seems to work almost first time around now. I would say, although I haven't really tested it, I would say this is a completely different, much better version of what I don't feel now. Like I have to do a whole lot of work and things. I feel like I could actually maybe start to play with this and get it to do more significant things. That's really cool. So, yep, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I encourage you, if you have got this, to play with it a bit. Obviously, the first thing you need is an idea. How do I, what am I doing? Am I doing a strategy? Am I doing, that kind of thing? What we obviously really want to do at the end of it, when you're a pure technical analyst, you're a master trader, you're just dealing with price and support resistance levels. And then you're dealing with individual candlestick reactions at those key levels. And then, as your eye progresses, you start to be able to read trend, trend, momentum, setups, breakouts, retests, that kind of thing. So trading, it's quite funny because trading actually gets simpler the more experience you get. But you need almost all that experience in trading under your belt in order for it to become simpler, and that part's the hard part. But I'll leave you with that. Thank you as always. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it instructive and useful. All right.